Hello, I hope you are all well. In the series of my talk, I will present the ways to cope with emotional reaction in the current pandemic. Specifically, I will focus on how to cope with anxiety. Therefore, the aim of the series of my talk are twofold. First, I hope to be helpful in alleviating any anxiety you are going through. And I also hope to be helpful in preventing any aggravation of anxiety response. And moving forward, I will present some of the behavior strategies and cognitive strategies to cope with. And today, I will talk about how we can be better aware of our own feelings. So today, let's learn about our own response to pandemic. Ask yourself, how are we feeling now? You may have some reactions like anger, anxiety, sadness, and a lot of emotions. And specifically, why do we feel anxious right now? Right now, we have to adjust psychologically to new normal, including social distancing, transitioning to online classes, not being able to say goodbye to friends, and just stay home. We are all going through some different pandemic-related stressors, such as family-related, like maybe a member of your family was suspected of having COVID-19. Or maybe it could be friend-related, such as a close friend of yours was diagnosed or received any kind of treatment. And maybe you know someone who had flu or COVID-like symptoms such as fever, headache, and coughing. And it could be also related to some concerns about your health, or maybe you were quarantined for some reasons. Or you heard others talking about the severity and contagiousness of this COVID-19. Or maybe there are other numerous COVID-related stressful events, such as you had to cancel your trip plans due to this situation, or there would be some housing difficulties, and social distance itself is very stressful because you cannot get really in touch of some social interaction in person. And what we are going through and the way we are reacting emotionally right now is normal. This is a normal response when you feel unsafe. That's what it is about anxiety. Under stressful situation, you feel overwhelmed, anxious, worried, and your body will also react in that way. And you may have some physical sensations like chest tightness, shaking, jittery, and lightheadedness. Current pandemic situation is affecting our physical and psychological well-being, which also includes some interpersonal functioning because of the social distancing in effect. We need to avoid others to avoid spreading the disease. And we worry because of this high uncertainty at this situation, and perhaps that's why we experience anxiety. And even if you have been dealing already with other stressors, then it is even harder to handle the current stressors. Current situation is not under our control because we cannot fully protect ourselves from any potential things happening. And today I want to introduce a study that investigated how the coping strategies are associated with health outcomes that was done in China when there was a SARS outbreak in Beijing in 2003. So this study was published in 2011, and what they found was that among the college students who used active adaptive coping showed better psychological well-being compared to those who use less active coping strategies. What we can learn from this is that, yes, we are going through an unprecedented time and we are feeling anxious and stressed. There is high uncertainty right now and we don't know how long it will last. Let's acknowledge it. And let's practice to accept how we feel right now and what we are going through right now. And for sure, what we know right now are there are things we can do and there will be an end. So let's focus on what we know, what is certain, and what is under our control. And in my next talk, I will talk about what we can do right now, even though we feel anxious, stressed, and even though we are going through a lot of other emotional reactions. Wrapping up this portion of my talk, social distancing is tough. And let's reframe it in this way. It's more about physical and spatial distancing. Let's stay connected socially using technology. Phone call, FaceTiming, text messages, using the emails, and so on. And let's focus on what we can do at this moment, rather than what we cannot do, the things that are out of control. At UCF CAPS, crisis service is available at 407-823-2811. Press number 5. You can find more resources for coping during COVID-19 at UCF CAPS website, caps.sdes@ucf.edu. I'll talk in my next episode. Thank you for listening. Stay safe and healthy.